Oh my goodness, just looking at the team, this might actually be one of the greatest Fan Fridays of all time. I am super excited for this, and it also brings me to my next point. With Pokemon Sun and Moon almost here, we're going to be getting even crazier Fan Friday stuff happening. So comment down below the most favorite memorable Fan Fridays you have had so far, that you've seen so far. I will do like a top 10 best Fan Fridays. So start that list off. Also, this is the last Fan Fridays for the week, so comment your battle code down below in this video, and then we are good to go. So, from what I saw, yeah, Electrode, incredibly fast Pokemon, going to lead off with the round. But here's how a round works. The next Pokemon to use round will also follow up with a round, and that is some big damage coming out of the Sylveon right there. Has the Life Orb, and then Aurorus will do the same thing. It will follow up the next Pokemon and do round as well, but also have bonus damage, and that is going to be the Refrigerate. So this is why it works so well. Like, this is absolutely nuts. Arcanine, it's going to close combat. Aurorus doesn't survive, unfortunately, mostly because Aurorus does have way too much weakness going on for it. But either way, like, the idea behind this team is that you have Pixelate round. You have Refrigerate rounds, so you're getting bonus damage on top of stab, on top of bonus damage, and then you're also getting even more bonus damage, so you have a Pokemon fast like Electrode. Nothing's going to outspeed the Electrode round, so then your round follows up, and then everything dies. And then you go into Exploud. Exploud has Stab, which is going to work out pretty well, and it has Scrappy, so just in case there's a Ghost-type Pokemon, you can throw that. We saw Salamence, so Mega Salamence into Aerialate round. That's what this team is going to do. So Sylveon will finish off the Arcanine right there. Sylveon, unfortunately, not getting good matchups. You know, you just... Well, the thing is, like, Sylveon has to hit the Arcanine, and then Aurorus couldn't really hit the Arcanine either, so resisted hit one way or another. But the Exploud has enough damage to finish off right there. And I'm thinking that maybe that's Choice Specs if we're going to be on the Exploud. So Sylveon is going to tank up and survive that Sludge Bomb. Then we go into Kyurem and Gyarados. So I'm wondering, like, Voltorb or Electrode could just, like, well, if Electrode switches it up, that kind of takes away from the round speed priority, but it could technically just, like, Thunderbolt and ruin Gyarados' day. So we're going to see what happens. Nope, just committing to the round. That is hardcore right there. But Gyarados is going to take a little bit of damage from the round, but it's not about how much damage Electrode can do. It's about what the other Pokemon follow up with. Kyurem going to go and get one shot from that super effective round. The Pixelate too strong. And then we're going to see how much damage we can get out of this Exploud. So Exploud's round will hit Gyarados. Gyarados is a bulky Pokemon, but the boosted damage of the stab will be solid. And Gyarados with that Dragon Dance, I don't think Gyarados actually outspeeds Electrode after the Dragon Dance. Like, you just shut down your opponent right there. And Sylveon will go down to the Sludge Bomb. But then we just one-shot... Well, actually, you can do all kinds of crazy things, because Flying-type Pokemon, I believe in triple battles, can hit whatever Pokemon they want? Or is it... It's either a Flying-type move or Flying-type Pokemon. I want to say it's Flying-type Pokemon. So technically, Salamence could cross over, take out the Gyarados, then the rest could pile onto the Executor, or at least switch it up in that way, and that might turn into something. Or you just Aerolate and one-shot the Executor. So that's going to be Mega Gyarados with its Mold Breaker, but there's Mega Salamence, and it's going to use Round as well, and that's why I knew this would be amazing. That you see the Electrode, the setup into that is so good. All the other Pokemon are gaining bonus damage in some way, and then it's just a crazy snowball. It doesn't matter if you have that going for you, you know. Yeah, Salamence is just going to take that into the Executor. Executor going to get one shot. However, after the Mega Evolution, Gyarados gains some bulk, right? Should get some special defense, so... Exploud with that round, but I mean, it's kind of showing, like, okay, we know we're getting the bonus damage, so Exploud's going to make the most out of that. Executor follows it up, or Electrode follows it up, and that is going to be a GG right there. Okay, it's time for another one, obviously. Okay, this looks a little bit interesting, mixing it up, not leading off with Sylveon, we have Porygon-z now. Oh my goodness, adaptability round. There is so much damage involved. I love it. This is just... It's so cool to watch. So, there we go. Got Electrode, got Aurorus, got the Porygon-z right now. That is going to be just stuff. So, we have... Ooh, Snatch on the Persian. You're not going to grab a light screen off the Electrode. You're not going to grab anything. Wait, he just snatched his own Imprison. I think? What just happened? Either way... Prankster shenanigans don't matter. That is going to be round. Going to break that sturdy right there. Porygon-z also going to use round. Okay, so just piling on to the tankiest Pokemon there. Look at the damage out of Porygon-z. The Life Orb Porygon-z round damage. That's a not very effective hit. Like, that would have been a one-hit KO on anything else. And you just go and knock that Pokemon down. Crazy right there. And then we go into the Ferrothorn. Okay. So we have Protect on the Persian. Then we're also going to see Electrode with a round. So hit Ferrothorn. We're going to chip these Pokemon down one way or another. And that is going to be not very effective damage right there. Porygon-z with the round. That is going to be more damage onto Ferrothorn. And then are we going to see it once again? You just choose one Pokemon and it dies. And that is going to be round. And good night, Ferrothorn. Just like that. So Meowstic, we didn't get to see what he does this turn. Meowstic is going to be setting up the Trick Room. Okay. So Meowstic's out of Trick Room. Persian protected for that. I don't know what Persian gets out of the Trick Room, though. And then going into Sylveon. However, we're going to see Persian with a Feint. So it has priority. Doesn't really get to do anything to the Aurorus. Aurorus, though, is going to be slower and gets the round, which means now every other Pokemon, Pokemon, everything else is still going to be round. It does not matter because Aurorus, oh my god. That's why there's an Aurorus, not just the Pixelate. But if the opponent tries to get cheeky, like, oh, there's an Electrode, so you shut down that first round, and then the Trick Room is going to make the team really just not work at all. However, it doesn't matter because Aurorus then becomes the first Pokemon, which means Aurorus gets to round, and then every other Pokemon gets to round, and the opponent cannot take it, so it's a forfeit. Oh, snap. And let's keep going. So this one's actually really interesting. The comment says, shout out to the opponent, amazing team from his side. So I'm wondering if it means amazing team because it wins or amazing team because it actually deals with the strategy as long as possible. But that's a mean looking lead right there. So Florges, Cacturne, and Parasect. I'm wondering if Florges is going to Symbiosis. If we get like some Symbiosis, that could be cool. The Flower Veil Protection, also very nice, but Florges doesn't want to be a part of this. And then we are going to go into the Amoonguss. Oh, Mono Grass team. Wait, was I paying attention? It's like not Mono Grass because Florges isn't grass, but there's a lot of grass support going on. So I really like that idea. However, Salamence comes through. And that is going to be Mega Salamence. Cacturne with the spiky shield, though. Going to try to buy itself a turn right now. And then Cacturne's going to protect. Electrode. It outspeeds, starts it off with a round, and that is going to be Parasect taking damage right there. Salamence also going to use round. That was headed for the Florges, but Amoonguss going to get one shot by the round. Super effective. It's just round. It goes from like 60 damage to 120 damage, and then it's going to get stabbed because then the aerolate's 30% more, and then like yeah, you have like a 270 base power move or something, and you have to round that Parasect. If you don't round that Parasect, then it spores you and you die. So, good job right there. And Politoed. Actually, okay, so it's not Mono Grass, but it's huge. Huge grass support because the Drizzle is going to keep you safe from Fire-type moves. The Florges is just going to keep you safe with the Flower Veil. Politoed's got the Fake Out. Salamence is going to round. So, Salamence still has the speed to make up for it. Ludicolo is going to survive the round. Assault Vest. Has to be Assault Vest. Surf onto Electrode and Aurorus. Get some good damage down. And that is going to be Absorb Bulb. Okay. And Cacturne. Oh my goodness. They are... Oh my goodness. Ludicolo is going to freaking roll right now. Because Ludicolo is going to get the Swift Swim. It's got the special attack boost. Also had the Absorb Bulb. That is going to be a Freeze Dry from the Aurorus on the Politoed. So not just always round. Got the extra damage on the Water-type Pokemon. That's going to be to protect from Politoed. Wants to keep it safe just a little longer. And then Cacturne is going to Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch onto Salamence. That's damage. Critical hit. Electrode has round. Oh, wow. Politoed not going to be enough to outspeed. Salamence will round out after the Cacturne. I'm wondering... Oh, no. The Focus Sash, though. Focus Sash to keep it alive for the Rototiller. And then Aurorus going to round out. Politoed's protecting itself. Ludicolo. That's going to be the Surf after some mad boosting. Cacturne has Water Absorb, so Cacturne is going to heal up as well. And that is going to be mad damage. Triple KO. Ooh, that is... Okay, so Rain going to boost damage, Stab going to boost damage, Absorb Bulb, and then the Rototiller. That's a lot right there. I'm wondering if Moro, like, intentionally was like, okay, I want to see what this guy can do. Instead of, like, hitting the round Aerial 8 onto it, you went for the Cacturn. But Excelgor, very fast Pokemon as well. It can round, it can Final Gambit, it can do what needs to be done. Porygon-z also here. Ludicolo is protecting itself, so that could be an absorbed hit. Sucker Punch on a Porygon-z. Yo, remember, the Rototiller buffed Porygon, or buffed Cacturn as well. Normal Gym round, just to make sure you get a pseudo stab for a turn. Decent, actually not even decent. Small damage on Politoed. There's a Surf. Politoed's going to Surf. Ludicolo protects itself, and that is going to be Porygon-z. Going down, Excelgor not looking in a great shape right now, and Sylveon's going to round, but that will finish off the Cacturn. Oh, man. So, yeah, this is like the first battle that hasn't ended in 4 turns. So yeah, good job for the opponent to last. And then Florges is going to come in, keep the Ludicolo dream alive. Politoed going to protect. Was that the obvious play? Will this fall out? Excelgor has the round. You have to keep that round up to make sure that you get the most out of Sylveon. Will be enough to take out Ludicolo. So Swift Swim is fast, but 140 base speed is faster. I think Electrode is 140. I don't remember if Excelgor's like 130 or 140 or something. That's a Moonblast. Sylveon's a beef tank though. Sylveon tanks it up. Excelgor going to round, and then Politoed, since it protected, not really too much to worry about. But then Politoed goes down, Sylveon gets the round, Sylveon takes out the Florges, and the opponent is out of options, and it looks like this incredible game has come to an end. Well played. Politoed is going to Surf. Surf will connect onto the Excelgor. It's going to be enough to take out the Excelgor. Critical hit comes through, and it's in the 1v1 right now. But Automatic Center, 1v1. Politoed, oh, wait for the Hypnosis, didn't get it. Sylveon hits the round. That would have been scary. If Politoed outsped, landed the Hypnosis, got like several turns of Hypnosis in the Surf. That could have done it, but wow. Okay. I don't think there's much else that needs to be said because I talked about the entire time. It's round into outspeed into round. But think about Instruct, you know. Oranguru does a similar thing with the Instruct. The round, it just boosts and it does so much more damage. I want to see what round does. I wonder if it has a damage cap or like what. I'd search round like as in the shape round instead of round Pokemon into Google. So it starts off at 60, it'll double in power if used consecutively. So I think it caps at 120. Okay, because I saw it doubled. I'm like, what if it goes like 60, 120, 180? That would be ridiculous, but it doesn't really matter. There's already enough damage right there. There's already enough speed. Substitute doesn't protect from round because it is a sound-based move, so you can just slap through sub Pokemon. Round is so good. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you guys enjoyed Fan Fridays for this week. Since it's like slow October, you know, September, school, weekday kind of stuff, gonna be doing 4 Fan Fridays for this week, so leave your comment down below. Remember to comment your favorite Fan Fridays. Don't say this one because this one's probably already going to be in a top 10 somewhere. I want to try to see what we can get for like all of the classic Fan Fridays. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.